Hello, it is Kat, and today I'm here with a tag. First tag I've done on this channel, and this is very exciting because I've always wanted to do a tag. Was I tagged? No, but am I doing it anyway? Yes. This is the end of the year tag by Ariel Bassett that she did a couple months ago. I was just kind of scrolling through old videos and I saw it, and I'm like, it's November. Why not do another tag thing? So let's get into it without talking for a million years. The first question is there any books that you need to read before the end of 2017? And if you've been following me for any sort of time, it's pretty obvious. I need to finish this book. I have wanted to finish this book forever now, and I haven't gotten to it, and I'm going to get to it. I have like 3.5 hours left on the audiobook. It's going to happen. Plus I have a lot of cleaning to do. So that might happen, and I have a lot of homework, so that might happen there. I don't know yet, but I need to finish this. Next question is, do you have any autonomous books to transition into the fall-y weather? And I do. It is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Seaver. I feel like The Raven Cycle is the perfect fall-ish book. It's kind of spooky, but not like so spooky that you can only read it around Halloween. It definitely has a fall vibe to it, even though it's taking place in summer. I don't know, I feel like these books have like such nice atmosphere, and it takes place a lot in the woods a lot, so that might be why I think of fall. But I think of fall with these books, and I need to finish this series, so I'm actually reading it right now. So next is there a new release that you're still waiting for? And unfortunately the answer to this is no. I've been such trash with keeping up with new releases these last couple months, but there is a book that new release that I have yet to read. I really want to get to it very soon. That is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Ship of the Dead, the third and final book in the Magnus Chase trilogy. I want to finish this. I want to finish this trilogy, but I also don't want to finish this trilogy, so that's why I haven't picked it up. Also, such a nice cover. Such a nice cover, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this book. Guys, I'm just like ready to just dive into it. The next question is 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year, and not in order, but those books are The School for Good and Evil, Quest for Glory? Yeah, this is book 1 and the companion trilogy to The School of Good and Evil, the Camelot years. And I want to get to this so bad because I love the first trilogy. I know this is gonna be so good. And it has deckled edges. Soon. Next on my list is God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. Now this book, the first book, I was so emotional, and when this book came out, I was so happy and so excited. I had actually pre-ordered this book like 2 months in advance so I can get the special edition signed, and I did, and I'm so excited. This is definitely one of those books I gotta read before this year ends. The last but not least book is One Dark Throne by Kendra Blake. I wanted to read this in October, but sadly that didn't happen. I definitely loved the first book, 3 Dark Crowns. It was so good, so dark. And I'm really wanting to get to this one because political intrigue, fantasy, lots of people dying, brutal. Yeah, that's my alley. That's right down my alley. And I really want to read it soon. Fifth question is books that could still shock you. You're either like in the middle of reading them, so like that they can still shock you and become your favorite books. So I actually have 2, and one of them I'm currently reading, and I'm just and that book is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I read Six of Crows earlier this year, and I loved Six of Crows, and so already I'm just emotional. I love this book so much. It's so good. And I'm in love. Like, how many times am I gonna say that I love this book? I don't know. A lot more. I love this book. And I'm not even that far into it. It's so good. The next book is The Raven King by Maggie Seaver. As I earlier said in this video, that I really want to finish this series, and this is the final book, and I heard nothing but great things about the final book, that it will shock you, it will make you cry, and I'm very excited about it. So, like, this could definitely be my favorite book of the year. I don't know yet. Like, I got Crooked Kingdom. I got some books, guys. I got some books. Last but not least, the final question is, what are your reading plans, if any, do you have for 2017? Does this... And, oh, that's backwards. Okay, does this answer your question? I've already kind of started thinking of what books are next on my TBR that I want to get to in 2018, and I'm gonna just go through them real quick. The first book is The Upside of the Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. This would be my first book by her. I've not read Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda, even though I really, really want to. It sounds so good, and I'm really excited about this because it sounds so cute. And it's a contemporary that actually sounds interesting to me. I never read contemporary. I read fantasy all the time, every day, 24/7. I love fantasy. But like, this sounds like a contemporary. It's like, just slide. Don't put away that fantasy book for a short but good time. That's what I'm hoping from this book. Next is rereading The Mortal Instruments. I've actually never finished reading The Mortal Instruments, and I know that's blasphemous. I started it in like the 7th grade, and I only got through the first 5 books before I moved schools, and the next school I went to that didn't have a library. And then I didn't read it, and then I haven't finished this series. I'm in a junior in high school, and I haven't read this series since the 7th grade. I'm going to need to reread this entire series, but I'm really excited about it because, like, there's a lot of it that I've forgotten about and I really want to get back to, and it's such a beloved series, and I want to finally be on the hype train. Like, I want to be on this train because apparently she just gets better, and I remember loving the first 5 books of this 6-book series. I want to finish. Next on my, TBR for 2017 is actually a reread. And that's A Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, aka my favorite classic of all time. I read this back in 4th grade, and yeah, I was a nerd, and I loved it. I fell in love with mortally gray characters, and just how complex being good really is, and this book actually changed me, and I've actually read it several times, and I absolutely love this novel the more I read it, and I have this really nice Penguin's Classic edition of it, and I really want to read it, and yeah, I want to read it. Next on this book list is another blasphemous thing I haven't read, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I've never read it, and I need to read it. I mean, I just need to read it. I really have no excuse. I just need to read them. We are finally down to the last 2 books, and one I feel like isn't that bad, and the other's like, oh my god, you really haven't read that yet? What the hell? Where have you been, Kat? And the one that's not that bad is And I Darken by Kristen White. I feel like a lot of people picked this up and haven't read it yet. Am I one of those people? Yes. I bought it on impulse at Target because it's a signed copy. I love Target because there's randomly signed copies. And this was one of these. The thing that makes this kind of bad though is I have the sequel. And I have the sequel signed. Because I also did the same thing that I did with this one. I'll read it this year. I'm going to read it this year because the final book comes out next year. And I'm going to get that signed. So I have the entire trilogy signed. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. Finally, this is the one that's going to be very surprising considering I've read this author's all their other books except for their latest because I was a bit apprehensive about it. And by that should be a huge clue. And this book is The Court of Thorns and Roses. Haven't read it. Don't kill me, but I haven't read it. And I want to, I mean to. I keep wanting to read this series because I heard it's so much better than Throne of Glass and less problematic. Even though I love Throne of Glass and I know it's just problematic, I just still love that series even though I shouldn't. But I haven't read this series at all. I have the entire series. I have the entire trilogy. I haven't picked this up yet. I'm going to pick up this trilogy. And I'm going to read Tower of Dawn. Definitely not this year, but like, hopefully next year. You just saw my plans for the rest of this year, and it's not gonna happen. Yeah, that was the end of the year tag by Ariel Bissett, which I'll definitely leave her video link down below. Also, I have talked about some of this, and my end of not my end of, like, the rest of 2017 TBR, which I'll also leave linked, or like in the little end screen boxy, so it can be really easy. You don't even have to scroll down, you just can click and go in the wormhole that is my channel. I highly suggest it. Anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe or comment. What's the rest of your guys' plans? What books do you have to read before this year ends? I want to know. I also want you to subscribe. If you do either, I'm going to be a very happy human. Bye.